Welcome back to this episode on emotional health and social health. In the previous episode, we had seen the application of a self-analytical technique. In today's episode, let us have some contributions from you on which we can apply this technique that we just learned. Yes?
My parents compare me with other children and they know that I have given my 100%, but still they behave like that, and which makes me feel angry and disappointed.
True. So now in this, what is your emotional reaction? What is the first step?
I'll be feeling angry
And
and disappointed.
correct. Now what is the external cause of this anger and disappointment?
That other children has got more marks.
What causes you the anger?
That they are not understanding me.
That they are comparing you with other students. Even after knowing that you have given your level best. Right? Now, this is the external cause. That your parents know that you have given your level best, and yet they admonish you if you get less mark than others and compare you with. This is the external cause. What is the internal cause? The internal cause is always
Attachment and aversion.
aversion. So, aversion to the external cause and attachment to the opposite of external cause. So, what is your external cause? Comparison by parents with other students. So, you have aversion to the comparison to other students. And therefore, what is attachment to?
Not comparing.
Not comparison.
Not comparing. What is the belief behind this attachment and aversion?
Getting more marks.
Parents
I shouldn't
not
be compared.
Parents should not compare.
Parents should
I
not
shouldn't be
compare.
compared.
Yeah. My parents should not compare my performance with
With
those
others.
of other students. Is this belief of yours realistic or unrealistic?
Yes.
In what way it is realistic?
Because I have given my 100%.
That is a reality.
Yes.
Correct. Knowing that fully well, the parents are still not accepting your performance but comparing you to others. Is that a reality?
No.
Are they comparing you? Is it a reality?
Yes.
Correct? Now, your expectation that they should not compare you with other students, is it matching the reality?
No.
No. So that makes it
Unreal.
unrealistic. Now, if that is the unrealistic belief, then what is the realistic belief?
Avoid it.
Meaning, what belief now you should adopt so that even if they compare you with other students, you are not going to feel angry or disappointed. What would be the realistic belief?
Don't get.
My parents may or may not compare me with others. You know for sure for yourself that you have given your maximum. And yet that doesn't seem to satisfy them. Mind you, sometimes the motive behind this may be different. I'll just tell you a story. There was a father and son, and both of them were sculptors. Now the son was a good sculptor, but the father never appreciated it. So the son was very annoyed, so he thought of a trick. He sculpted an exquisite idol and buried it in the ground next to the temple. And next day he announced to the villagers that I had a dream that a beautiful idol is buried near the temple. So everybody went there, dug it out, and the idol was there. The father looked at the sculptor and said, "What a beautiful masterpiece. Son, you should be able to do this." And now the son proudly said, "It is done by me. I had only made this and buried it here." The father thought for a moment and said, "Now we will not do any better than this." So why was he criticizing?
To get more
And
of
more out of it.
Best.
So what was the motive behind the criticism?
to get better
Correct.
marks.
So what is the motive of your parents comparing you with others?
Hardworking, more hard work and get more marks.
True. So once you realize their motive behind this, are you going to feel annoyed, angry,
No,
disappointed?
no.
No. What has changed? The comparison by the parents has not changed.
I have changed my perspective towards it.
Right. And your attitude towards it. Right? Yeah? Can we come across any other example?
I have this that I get a lot of guilt feeling if I'm not able to fulfill wishes of my near and dear ones. If they ask for something and if I'm not able to do that, then I go through the guilt feeling. So that is what troubles me.
So the first step is
Guilt feeling
guilt feeling. What is the external cause for the guilt feeling?
that I'm not able to fulfill others' wishes.
True. So what is their reaction and response to your inability to fulfill their wishes?
They feel happy if I am able to do it.
And when you are not able to do it,
They may not be. It's like me myself getting into this mode. Sometimes, yeah, others may be upset, but sometimes even if they are not upset, it's me myself who feels that, oh, I should have done this and I haven't done this.
so then you are
It was my
imagining.
responsibility, which I was supposed to do it, and I have failed in my responsibility. This is what I feel.
So are they complaining about it?
Sometimes,
So when they complain, what do they say?
no, they're just generally upset. May not say something, but they're irritable or upset, so I don't feel good.
So when you are unable to fulfill their wishes, and if they are not upset, would you feel guilty?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's in both the cases. I mean, it's not always that because they are getting irritated or they are saying something, I'm feeling it. If I feel, okay, it's my responsibility, I should be doing it, and I'm not able to do it, I feel upset. And I feel guilty.
So you feel guilty when you are unable to fulfill your responsibility towards them.
Yeah.
Have you tried your level best?
Yes.
So, in spite of trying your level best, you feel that you have not fulfilled your responsibility, and that makes you feel guilty. As I said earlier, the efforts are in your hand, the results are never in your hand. When you express this guilt to them, do they concur with you, or they say, "So what about it?"
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like 50-50%. 50 times it's like, okay, they'll say, yeah, but most of the time they'll say, so what? Like, it's okay.
Correct. So in that 50% of time, when they say it's okay, you are imagined the stress.
Mm-hmm.
So many a times we react to the imagined stress.
But can it be here that my attachment to do everything properly or keep my near and dear ones happy?
But are they unhappy?
Yeah, so it's my version of thinking that. That's
Ha,
something that
ha.
would be okay. Right. So it's unnecessary guilt which I'm carrying.
To an imagined stress.
Imagine stress.
Self-created.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's take the other scenario. That they are unhappy.
Right.
Correct? And they hold you responsible for their unhappiness. And then you feel guilty.
Right.
Right? In that case, I have been saying from the beginning that others are not responsible for your being upset. The reverse is also true. That you are not responsible for others being upset.
Okay.
But when the others are upset because we have failed to fulfill their expectations, they will put the blame squarely on you. Our mistake lies in we are accepting the onus
Oh, no.
and therefore feel obliged now to make them happy by fulfilling their demands.
But how to come out from this situation?
So let's analyze it. We feel or the others may blame that we have not carried out our responsibility.
Yeah.
In spite of the fact that you have done your level best. It may or may not satisfy others. And mind you, even if it does satisfy, what happens? The expectations keep on rising. The demands keep on increasing. And the guilt is a effective manipulative tool used
By others.
by others.
To get their demands fulfilled.
So as I said earlier, is it necessary to always keep others happy by giving in to their whims and fancies?
No.
No. Not possible, not necessary. But we unnecessarily burden ourselves with this responsibility. And therefore feel unnecessarily guilty. So just as others are not responsible for your disturbance, the reverse is also true. That you are not responsible for other people's disturbances. It is their weakness of their unrealistic belief which is making them unhappy.
So if we have to put it in the analysis, what you explained, so it's like, okay, my guilt feeling coming from external factor that I'm not able to keep everyone happy in the family. So internal would, can we say that internal attachment to keep everyone happy in the family, aversion to not keep them happy.
Correct?
So here belief is I should be keep everyone happy in the family.
Correct?
And realistic would be I may or may not be able to keep them happy because their happiness and unhappiness is not in my hand. They are responsible for that.
True.
So that would be the realistic.
True.
That's freedom.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. We shall take some more examples like this in the next episode.